Today let's talk about Starport services. What you can find here. First of all, you need to know, before you visit any station, under left user interface panel is located system map under navigation tab, and here you can see all stations in system and what facilities there are available. Commodities, refuel, repair, rearm, outfitting, shipyard. So if you need something specific, you should always, after or before entering system, check its system map. And also you should probably always check what's illegal. Combat stabilizers, narcotics, tobacco, personal weapons, battle weapons, slaves, toxic waste, imperial slaves. If you are caught with any of those in your cargo bay, you will receive fine. And fines usually are as big as galactic average. So let's start with home. Here are a couple quick links: refuel 10%, refuel all, repair all if you have any damage, and reload all if you spend ammo. On the right you see news. Here you can see highest bounties issued by this specific faction or system, and last known locations for those. Then is munition section. If you use hatch breaker limpets, you will have to manually buy those one by one, and they take cargo hold. Most of munition do not require you to enter this screen, but you can reload all from here. Repairs. Here you can repair ship damage and fix some wear and tear. That's shown under integrity. As you see, my wear and tear is now at 96%. Here you can refresh your paintwork. In bulletin board you can accept and complete missions. There are many kinds of missions. Like this one requires slaves. And slaves are illegal outside Imperial space. Keep that in mind. Basic missions are light cargo transports, courier missions. There are missions that will require stolen goods or illegal goods. Missions that will ask you to kill specific targets that you can find at unidentified signal sources. And if you do not have high enough reputation with the faction that issued that mission, like Green Party or Vice, they will be unavailable until you increase reputation. Then are contacts. Under contacts, first is Pilots Federation. Here you can pay off your bounties. You can pay bounties off in any system. You don't need to be in same system that you have bounty. Local security. Here you can pay off fines and also cash in bounty vouchers for killed pirate ships. But keep in mind that you must be docked to station or outpost under right jurisdiction, the one that issued fines or those bounties. So if your fines are issued by Green Party of Vice, or you have a bounty vouchers issued by Green Party of Vice, you will be able to cash them here. You can see all fines and bounties you have under left user interface transactions tab. Here are your combat bones, bounty vouchers. You will see fines here and missions. So under left user interface transactions should be all that visible. Here is combat bones. Combat bones are earned if you are participating in conflict zones, and they are paid by factions that you are fighting for. So you can't then cash at any station you would like to. Black market is for illegal goods. Basically, illegal goods are anything you see floating around space, except if somebody ejected their cargo bay contents and abandoned them. Also illegal are all goods that are prohibited in current system. Like I showed you before, check system map to see what is illegal in particular system before you go there. Black market prices usually are half from what galactic average is. You can try silent running if you are smuggler, but I usually use speed docking. meaning that you are going as fast as possible, and if you are scanned, change your flight trajectory to escape other ships' field of view if you can, or if you passed letterbox, move up or down. Usually that will break the scan. Safest way for smugglers is to use outposts with black markets, because there are almost no police ships to scan you. Now let's talk about outfitting. It's very important that you understand how this all works. First tab is hardpoints, where you can buy and equip any weapon, sell or swap. You can swap different weapons only between same class hardpoints. So let's see what I can buy. As this is class 3 hardpoint, large hardpoint, I can buy small and medium and large weapons. You can buy lower class weapons into higher class hardpoint. So in large hardpoint, you can buy small and medium weapons as well. This icon means the weapon is fixed. This icon means the weapon is gimbaled. And this is turret. Turret is shooting automatically. You can change turret weapon mode under right user interface panel functions tab, as you see here. Not all weapons have fixed, gimbaled and turret versions, but most weapons have. Lower class weapons has lower weight, so if you need bigger jump range, sell off your weapons or switch to lower class. All thermal weapons have gimbaled, fixed and turret versions, and most projectile weapons have all those three versions as well. But weapons like railguns have only fixed mounts. Since Gamma, we have gimbaled cannons and fragment cannons as well. So basically most weapons are now fixed, gimbaled and turreted versions. There are two types of missiles. Dumbfire missiles that will fly straight after you launch them, and heat-seeking missiles that will track your target. They require you to lock on target before you can fire them, and they are not as powerful as dumbfire missiles. Also, dumbfire missiles can be shot very fast. You can shoot like 4 or 5 in couple seconds, so you can bring down enemy shields very fast. But they are very expensive. Mine launcher will release proximity mines that will detonate upon impact. If nobody hits those mines, they will self-destruct after 60 seconds. So there are no minefields. Maybe if you are flying in straight line and enemy is right behind you, you can try those. You can always compare weapons, see its mass, integrity, health, power draw. You must always make sure your power plant can handle your weapons. But if you exceed your overall power, you will have to set your priority modules right. Otherwise, all your modules will shut down, including life support and drives. And you can do that under right user interface modules tab. Armor penetration means that this weapon is better at damaging specific subsystems to target ship. So if you are going for drives or power plant, armor penetration A is the best. You should always keep in mind that rating A is the best. Rate of fire is usually per second, damage per second, thermal load. All information that you need basically is here. Utility mounts. First is heatsink launcher. When you release heatsinks, your ship's temperature will drop, but then it will rise again. So this is only temporary solution, mostly used when you are silent running to release your heat, as your heat vents are closed. You can use one heatsink module 4 times, then you will have to restock. Chaff launcher breaks gimbaled weapon locks. Electronic countermeasures are used against missiles and torpedoes. Kill warrant scanner is what you will use when you are searching for ships that are wanted in other systems than you are flying currently. So if you are bounty hunter, you should probably have one of those. They work very easily. you should assign them to fire group, and when enemy is within the range, in this case 2 kilometers, you should keep them in your field of view and fire button pressed whole scan time. And scan results you can see under left user interface contacts tab. There will be shown only total amount of bounty, if there is any. Frameshift wake scanners are used to follow targets into hyperspace or drop out of supercruise in same instance as ship that left that wake. So there are two types of wakes: low energy, that's following from supercruise into regular flight, and high energy wakes that you will have to scan before use and that allow you to follow ship in hyperspace. Cargo scanners work same as kill warrant scanners. You can even assign those both to same fire group and fire with one key press, and they will scan at same time for bounties and for cargo. Target cargo contents you can see at left user interface cargo tab. As you see, there are better cargo scanners that work from longer distance. What you should keep in mind is that they will require more power from your power generator. And the most expensive kill warrant and cargo scanners can require up to 20% of your power. So I wouldn't advise you to buy most expensive unless you have a lot of free power available. Now let's talk about internal compartments. On the top you see bulkheads. This is armor. There are 5 types of armor. Lightweight, that armor comes with your stock ship. Reinforced is a little better than lightweight. Then comes military grade, and then 2 best armor types. Reactive, it's best against projectile weapons, and mirrored is best against thermal weapons. Armors are very expensive. Best armors will weigh more, so if you want to have your ship as light as possible, use lightweight armor. Maximum available power is depending on your power generator. So to get more power you need better power generator. Sometimes it's much better to buy one class lower, as you will have less mass and only slightly less power available. Also, to have best jump range, you probably will want to reduce your fuel tank, buy best possible frameshift drive, and reduce your ship's overall weight as much as possible. You can do that by buying lower class modules or even flying without any weapons. And keep in mind that ship with cargo will have less jump range than empty ship. Thrusters. Thrusters are for maneuvering. So better thrusters means you will be able to turn better and move a little bit faster. Life support is what happens when your ship is damaged enough and your cockpit has lost pressure. Power distribution is your capacitors. Better power distribution will recharge your weapons and engines capacitors faster, and you can boost and shoot more often. So if you are fighting or using boost, you must have the best power distribution. And keep in mind that system capacitors are also responsible for your shields. Sensors are responsible for your ship's radar, how far away you can pick up targets. Also, if enemy is using silent run, you could see them from greater distance. In example, usually silent run ships are fully seen only from 200 to 300 meters. But if you have best sensors, you could probably see fully silent run ships from 500 meters. So if you are fighting, sensors must be upgraded also. If you reduce fuel tank, that will reduce your overall mass, and as you see, your jump range will increase. Just watch at the bottom right when you are browsing through all modules to see the changes. Smaller fuel tanks will allow you to jump further,
but your jump range with one fuel tank will decrease unless you install fuel scoops.
Cargo racks you can install in any compartments. You can have ship without shields, and all only with cargo racks. So what we can have in internal compartments? Fuel scoop. If you fly close to the star, your fuel scoop automatically will start scooping fuel. Keep in mind that you should always aim for best modules there are, and those are with rating A, or in worst case B, because they really make the difference. Hatch breaker limpet is what's used to break open target ship's cargo hatch, but you can use that module only when target has no shields. For this module you will have to buy manually ammunition under munition section, and one ammo will take 1 ton of your cargo space. Basic discovery scanner is fitted with all stock ships. You can sell it to get some cargo space, and this is cargo capacity for class 1. You can easily calculate how many tons you can fit in each compartment. Class 1 2 tons, Class 2 4 tons, Class 3 8 tons, and so on. So with each new class, amount available will be doubled. Here are also docking computers that will dock your ship for you. Refineries are used for mining minerals and metals. This refinery has only one refinery bin, and that means you can process only one mineral or metal at the same time. You probably would need at least 3, in best case scenarios even 5. Shield cell banks are crucial if you are using shield, because shield cell banks can recharge your shields very fast. The higher class modules have bigger charges, thus allowing to recharge your shields better. Shield cell banks require ammunition, and if you use key bind under options control, with one key press you will launch shield cell banks from all your modules at the same time. So if you want to launch only one module, you should assign that to fire group. And there is a delay, around 3-5 seconds before shields are recharging. More powerful the shields, the longer it takes. But most low-level shield cell banks will not fill your shields even 20-30%, so always go for rating A and as big class as you can afford. But shield cell banks will save your life many times, especially if used properly. Frameshift drive interdictor. This module will allow you to interdict other ships in supercruise. You will have to assign this to fire group and select any ship in supercruise, target it and fire. But you will need to be within the working distance of your frameshift drive interdictor, and you must be behind the target, so you can't interdict anyone everywhere. You will have to circle around until you are behind and then interdict. Then you will have to win minigame or hope that target will submit. Auto field maintenance unit. This requires ammunition and allows in-flight repair of most internal ship modules. On this ship I have class 6 shield generator. That's the best I can have here. Probably you could buy class 3 shield generator and fill class 6 internal compartment with cargo racks. So if you need more cargo, you can get not so powerful shield generator and install it in lower class. On the right you can see all your basic stats. This is your power usage available and deployed and retracted. So I'm having some shortage, but if you set your module priorities right, you can use all your modules when you need. Just make sure you always have below 100% at any given moment. And this is jump range. Fully loaded 13.67, unloaded 16.8 and current 16.86. And my credit balance. And the last is livery. Here you can apply decals and paint jobs. You can buy paint jobs in
Elite Dangerous Store.
Here is Shipyard, when you can buy different ships if you have enough money. You can see basic stats and information like internal compartment size, and as you know,
how to calculate your total available cargo rack size. You can do that very easily. Even before you buy a ship, you know how much cargo will it have.
Here are stored ships if you have any at this exact station. I don't have any. And here are ship locations of my other ships, so you can know how far away they are, what system name and what ship type there is. Commodities markets is where you are trading. Not all stations have them.
So if you are trading, you should check system map to see which station and outpost have commodity market.
At the top you can see the basic information. This is large population, industrial and extraction economy. Here you can sort by different system trade data, if you have visited those systems, or both trade data for 100 credits. So just press and you will see what's exported, what's imported. Galactic average is a good indicator as well.
When you are trading, you should look
at high supply and big numbers here.
That means the station is producing that good and it's available in big amounts.
I usually trade commodities that are priced at least 5,000
and profit should be above 700 at least. Currently it's much harder to find a good trade route, so you should just keep looking. And you should sell
what's high and medium demand and as low number as possible. 0 is perfect.
Because that would mean that station is consuming that particular good and there is no available, so the price will be maximum.
And universal cartographies is where you can buy nearby system data. I usually buy all data I can,
so I can always check system map before I fly there.